Cool. Um, so the next book that I'm gonna talk about for like a second because I didn't end up liking it, although I do think I kept it wherever it may have ended up. Oh no, I did not keep it. I only have Legacy and the Queen. So there's another book in the Legacy series that I did not know existed called Legacy and the Double. Um, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it very much. My face paint that I just used got very dry and crunchy munchy on my skin, and I cannot explain to you how much I hated that. Anyway, so Legacy and the Double, um, the premise feels a little bit dumb, honestly. So, like, as, if you don't remember, there was like a tournament, and Legacy won the tournament, and she was supposed to like declare loyalty to the queen of the area or whatever. I still think that for all of these books, for Epico, not necessarily Wizard because that takes place like in America, but for Epica and Legacy, a map would do this series so well. Like just in like the front make the front cover a map, not the front cover, like the inside part of the front cover. Make it a map. Like I don't know where any of these things take place. I just know that for these two at least, they're not on Earth. They also never mentioned the Wizardards or anything like that. I think the school in Epica is the one that Legacy attended. I don't remember. A map would be great. Anyway, um Legacy is back at the orphanage and she hasn't been training very much, which isn't great. And she threatens the queen's power. So how she does that through sports, I'm not entirely sure. Like with Epoca, the sport was kind of incidental to her magic because she could make a second version of herself, like the main character of that book. She could make a second version of herself, and she could like go to other places, which is what she needed in order to win. But I don't know. I don't know how playing tennis really well threatens the queen. Um, the queen also gets told that she needs to. She the queen tells Legacy that she needs to play in a tournament or something like that, and Legacy doesn't want to, but then a fake Legacy shows up and she accepts, which means that our Legacy has to. I still hate that this child's name is Legacy. That seems like a lot of pressure. Maybe it's just me, but that seems like a lot of pressure. Um, I don't care. If the game is Legacy getting back to performance standard and defeating the fake Legacy, which while that's not exactly what happened in the first game, in the first book, it was Legacy getting to performance level and then defeating her adversary. That's what this game is. That game. I keep saying game. I'm sorry. That's what this book is, and I just I'm gonna talk about when the dead have decayed now. Um, I don't know how to feel about this book series anymore because honestly, like if Sia doesn't die, there better be a good explanation for it because I've already been disappointed with the Children of the Dragon, and I would like to very much not be disappointed with this book series too. But I don't know. Um, I love how I put this is the last in the Sea of Rose series as though there's not gonna be another one that I have to read as well. There's actually four of them. Um, yeah. So these books function in now, later, and after. Sometimes there's a before as well. So after, Sia and Boy are on a boat. No clue how they got to the boat, but now they're on a boat. She remembers escaping with a creature. No, she remembers escaping a creature. Boy got hit, and no, Sia got hit, and Boy pulled her away. Um, so now they're on a boat, and uh, a ship finds them, and it's probably bad because, of course, it is. And apparently, also somebody mentions that there are more than four monsters, which is insanity to me. They get on the boat, and the boat is empty for some reason, and they find one person in the cellar His name's Paul. Somehow he's still alive. He ate his cellmate and apparently ended up drinking his own pee. Do not do that. That is not a survival tactic. Let me tell you this right now. I know this isn't the end of the book where I usually do these types of things, but that is not a survival tactic. Your pee is not sterile. Your body is getting rid of it for a reason. If you find yourself in a situation, do not like do I can't think of any circumstance where a survivalist has ever said that it is okay to drink your pee. Your pee is not sterile. Your pee is waste, and your body is getting rid of it for a reason. Do not drink your own pee. Also, just for a fun fact, if you have too much salt in your body, that's one of the main ways that your body is able to get rid of all that salt, so you will only dehydrate yourself further. Sorry, I hate survival tips because they're usually full of crap. So Sia has a nightmare of the last 5 years because she's been killing people and it's not great for her psyche. I think she was about 12 when this started, so she's probably 17 now. I think Boy is a year younger than her. Um, yeah, she gets woken up by a creature. Uh, that's not great. And she ends up having to let Paul out of his cell, and of course, Paul is a murderer because nothing can go right in this book series apparently. Um, so the dude's name is actually Trevor, and in chapter 1 there was a serial killer talking about I think his murders, and that's who he is. His name is not Paul, his name is Trevor. So yeah, now they have to try not to get killed by a serial killer. That's fun. Um Paul is also probably a waster. In case you don't remember what a waster is, so there are four, actually only in actuality three types of monsters, although this book implies that there's more. There are in actuality only three types of monsters that are like actually out and out monsters. The fourth type is a waster. And what a waster is somebody who went to the monsters somehow, because I guess the monsters are intelligent. They went to the monsters and were like, "Hey, I don't want to die, so I'm willing to like bring you other humans that you can eat if you spare me." And somehow this turned them into cannibals. I think one of them actually sexually assaults Sia in the first book. I don't know. The first book feels like forever ago because I didn't even plan on finishing this book series. But yeah. So the creature ends up eating. Oh yeah, because it's a sea creature. The fifth type of monster is a sea creature. It ends up eating Paul, so that's fun. They get to land and find a bed, and now they are in Normandy with different type of monsters. I don't know if anybody remembers when I said this, but I say that when talking about dystopia, do not delve into the other countries and continents because you are only going to regret it because now you have to talk about how it all happened there. This is a perfect example of how you do it because I got the impression that she was in America, that Sia and Boy were in America, and now they're in France, and the monsters are different because it's a different continent, because there's an entire ocean in between them. So that's kind of exciting. Um, I don't really have very much to say about this series. I feel like I can sum it up with a one simple phrase. Come on, dude.